Well, that caught me off guard. Scotland forever! Howdy, everybody. It's Tuesday. Stay. Well, it is it's a Tuesday. How's everybody doing? Is this too loud? Test. Like it's spiking. Hold on. Let me know if it sounds like shit any more than usual. But I digress. Let's see here. Crystal Lamp first one out the gate. Oops, wrong alert. As I say, I heard the Ric Flair in there. Oh, okay, okay, yeah. Fuck with each other right now. Phoenix! And Waddy! Welcome in, everybody, welcome in. HB, welcome in. Nice to see everyone. Black Holes, happy 3-year admission to the Dead Mom Club. Yep. It's doing bad. Sending love to everyone. Oh, I'm sorry, Onigirium. Well, we're sending hearts and hugs and loves to everyone. It's, 1,095 days in, 18 minutes, if we want to do it down to the minute. Yeah. Hard to believe it's been that long. Also doesn't feel like it has. But that's the way life is, I suppose. Days keep ticking by. But for me, though, all things considered, compared to like how past years have been and everything, I think I'm doing pretty good today. I mean, that being said, I've had 3 or 4 just atrocious nights of sleep, which I had attributed to it being super, super cold and now being back up above freezing, which I also think is the reason I got a freaking headache today. But COVID made everything awful, and timing is weird. It did. 100,000 million% it did. And I keep thinking about how, if it wasn't for stupid COVID, how everything would have been different, and everything would have been better across the board, and we wouldn't have had to be in such a shit situation in such a critical point for all of us. But COVID ruined everything, made it a million times harder. Yep. But she's riding that train. Probably not the second part of the next line of the song, but yep, she got on that train. So it's all good. As good as could be. And I mean, in a sense, she got things how she wanted them. She didn't want to be crowded in a room surrounded by people that are saying, "Oh, poor you." She just kind of wanted to do it on her own, and to the extent that she could. And while she might have said she didn't want to burden any of us with it, she absolutely did. But again, she didn't want, lots of people crying at her. Not for her, at her. Look how sad look at me. Look how sad I am. I'm sadder. I'm the saddest. Because that's how it would have been. But And yeah. And even though she didn't want any of us in there, I'm glad I was in there when it happened. So, but again, I'm doing all right. I had a very plain, boring, ordinary day. So, that being said, I couldn't ask for more than that. I don't, just for today, because in past years it hasn't been the case. And I did also, once I realized, like, oh shit, we're at this point in the month, I did think about, well, should I take the day off? But that decision was made for me because my boss already took the day off, so I had to be there. Well, it was fine. I mean, I made it just a normal, ordinary day. I think if it hadn't been, I would have just sat around and dwelled on it, and then it would have been worse. That's my guess, at least. I had a great day today. Same. Ordinary days can be a blessing. Absolutely. Mom wanted us to keep on keeping on. Mm-hmm. To not upset our lives or shake the boat or any of that stuff. I always worked if I could on those anniversaries. It keeps the mind busy. That's something that's been a hard lesson for me to learn, but I absolutely agree with you. For a long time, I've been on the opinion of like, no, I can't get anything done because I'll be sad or upset or. But then, truth be told, when you're not doing stuff, when you're just sitting around where you're otherwise busy, that's when the mind wanders, and then it's like, then you kind of just make yourself sad about it or upset about it or anything. So I had a good day, busy, and I felt mentally very well, very capable, very strong. It was a good one. She would have been happy to hear about it. That's awesome. I felt her presence today like a hug. Oh, that's nice. So, but yeah. So I've been trying to think of like, what could I do to mark today, to mark the date, without it being that, you know, oh, she died, we're still so sad. Because like, yeah, I'm sad about it, but I'm not like sad about it at this point. It sucks, and you know, I wish the universe had worked out differently so that what happened 3 years ago and everything, the 6 years leading up to it, that none of that had ever happened. But you know, those weren't the cards that got dealt. So I've been thinking about it like yesterday and today, and I was trying to think of how to make a remembrance too. You should play Animal Crossing. I don't have any version of it in a place where I can play it. I don't own it on Switch, and while my GameCube is wired up, I think I messed up something in my wire nest back there at some point ago, because I can't get a signal through from my Wii, my GameCube, or my Sega Genesis. They all run through the same switch, so I don't know what the heck I did. I have to figure it out. So I said, fucking figure it out. It's okay to feel the feels about things like these. I lost my grandma nearly 11 years ago. Had a pretty big breakdown about a week ago because of how much I missed her. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And yeah, I'm of that borderline sappy, optimistic line of thinking of like those still having those feelings after X amount of time is just a reminder of the fact that of how much they meant to you and how much they still mean to you. Buy it on Switch. I'll buy it for you. I've instructed my grandmother to live forever, says Waddy. But Grief never shrinks. We only grow around the grief. Cheesy. No, yo, exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's like when you see those old, like you see some of those old cemeteries where a tree has taken root and it's just like grown up like through headstones and everything. It's like that's just, I don't know. It's a symbol of such optimism, I think, and wisdom. But so what I came to for what I'd like to do tonight. Well, first off, this is going to be a much shorter stream, predominantly because I have a headache and I'm really tired, and also because I just want want to go to sleep. So, we're probably only going to go for like 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours, just because ya boy's tired. I heard a song on the drive home that made me think of Mom. What song? Hearts from Slytherin, Hearts Back. I was thinking about putting some of Mom's ashes in the ocean with some flowers. Oh, that'd be nice. I think she'd like that. It's a country song, but I think she would have liked it. Well, I mean, Mom grew up on country music, so she was musically agnostic, just like the rest of us. Definitely take care of yourself. You need to put on your own oxygen mask first. Yes. Wildflowers and wild horses. Well, I'm also not very well versed on country music, so. But I will look that up.
Whoa.
I had the same sort of moment.
Just cheered 1 bits. Swiggity swooty.
Swiggity swooty. Welcome in, Mare Bear. I was I put on Instagram and Facebook the tribute video the STS tribute video that I made, a couple of years ago. And when I posted that, I was listening to music just on shuffle in my headphones, and one of the new Green Day songs came up, and I was not exactly the most positive lyrics there, but I was like, oh god, this is appropriate. Well, not appropriate. I don't know. It seemed fitting considering everything. There's this song Fancy Sauce, and the chorus of the song is well, the second half of the chorus is, we all die young someday. We all die young berries or just, hold them and acknowledge their DNA inside you. Whether you eat the graveyard berries or not. Oh, that's such a great image. It cut off before the part that, oh, no worries, that's fine. Anya! Yeah, and again, with those of us that are hit especially heavy with today, I appreciate everyone that's popped in, but listen to yourself, listen to your heart. If you need to pop off and just you know do whatever you need to do, go to sleep, read a book, listen to music. Don't feel obligated to be here. I appreciate that you are. And it's nice to just the main part of the substance of this stream is what we're doing now is just having some chats, sharing some memories, and then I have sort of a main event coming up here that I keep getting distracted and haven't unveiled. But I guess if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it. But I mean, the berries are just recycled grandma. Sounds suspicious, but delicious. But definitely avoid the berries first because you don't know who the fuck you eat. Well, that and you don't know if the sexton like sprays anything or what dogs or squirrels or spider monkeys have come through and fertilized the plantaroonies. Just like you should wash your produce when you bring it home from the store because you don't know how many Karen's sticky fingers and things could be on those apples and grapes. Pesticides and wax and stuff. But thinking of mom is making me want to listen to all her old songs and play Ms. Pac-Man. Suck it all back. Hold on. I'm pretty 99.7% sure. I've got Ms. Pac-Man installed. Okay, we're adding that to our agenda. I'll play a couple of rounds of Ms. Pac-Man in the old mama's memory tonight. So, thanks for that reminder, Fates. I didn't even think about that. Maybe I wouldn't miss this for anything. Oh, thank you, my dear. This is what reminded me here. Through barbed wire valleys and overgrown dells, I'm barefoot and bareback and born tough as nails. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm 4/5 of reckless, 1/5 of jack. I push like a daisy through the old sidewalk cracks. Yeah, my kind of crazy's still running its course with wild flowers and wild horses. It's in the water in my veins. That bread of heaven falls like rain, so I'm taken care of. Either way, make something out of how I'm made until I hitch a ride on glory's train. To a T. Absolutely, to a T. Waddy's gotten into a lot of werewolf smut this past week. Most of the books you've tried to read don't have endings yet, which is a disappointment. That's so funny. Like, I couldn't fathom putting unfinished work where people could read it. And then just, at least, what you were, I think, if I caught that correctly, like, some of the stuff you've found not only is unfinished, but it's unfinished for like decades, like a decade or more. Like, I would be horrified as a writer to just to put my abandoned werewolf smut on the internet. Speaking of reading, looking on the bright side of death, they were delicious. Man, that's brutal. New Lifetime movie. I got possessed by berries. I guess that's where Frankenberry comes from. It was actually a wild turkey. Made me think of like how even now it feels like she's pushing, she's fighting, she's blazing trails. Her fire isn't extinguished. Yes, play that Ms. Pac-Man. Oh, yes, please. All right, we will. Told Grandpa when I went to visit Grandma at her grave, there was a wild turkey with, honest to God, one leg hopping around. That's a fighter. That's a fighter. Someone had placed a small pumpkin on her grave and it had been pecked to pieces. Mom would approve of werewolf smut. I thought she might. None of the fanfic has been decades old, but the Patrick Rothfuss series I read back in September only had 2 books and ends with a cliffhanger. Oh, that's what it must have been. Ended with a cliffhanger. And it's been 12 years since the second one came out. Okay. Aria loves that series. Why does he do this to us? But this sort of ropes us back on into what I was thinking we could have for our main event here, which is, since pretty much all of us here are aware of the fact that a lot of time that my mom had was spent writing. Ariel!
_Phoenix got drafted by Ariel VRC. Ariel VRC.
Ariel dropping a 5 bomb on us. Thank you so much.
Phoenix.
Oh, Phoenix getting a sub. Onigirium getting a sub. Neon getting a sub.
Tier 1 sub to be Sunny Queen.
Got some good ones. Got some good ones in that fiber. I love you guys.
Drafted by Ariel VRC. Ariel VRC gifted a tier.
Well, thank you so much for that the 5 gifted sub. That's greatly appreciated.
Onigirium got drafted by Ariel VRC. Ariel VRC gifted a tier 1 sub to Onigirium.
You know, it sounds like a still unstoppable one. Yeah.
Neon Explorers got drafted by Ariel VRC.
If you tried to get in front of her and make her stop, then you deserve what's coming to you. She will never stop, even in heaven. Yeah, if you get in her way, or God forbid, get in her kid's way, then it's like why you don't get between a mama bear or a mama moose and her cubs. You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. But since we come back around to writing and books and everything, Mom was a writer, and she wrote a lot, a whole hell of a lot, and just never really shared her work. We would read and edit and discuss and muse with her about stories and characters and things, but never really got to the point with any of it where it was ready to throw it out into the world. And that's with all the free hours I have in my day is something that, over time, I'm very slowly working towards doing, is getting some of her work out there so that people can enjoy it. So I figured we would read one of her short stories here on stream, or I would read it for you. And when I think of my mom's writing, and I think when a lot of people, okay, I feel like there's 2 sides to my mom's writing. There's the like the last 20 or so years, like her adult writing. But then there was also, like, when me and the siblings were growing up, there was the other part of mom writing where she was kind of writing with us as an audience in mind. And it's that side of the equation that always kind of is where my mind goes when I think of stuff that mom had written, is some of those stories that she wrote when we were kids.
Slytherin Targaryen got drafted by Anya_May. Anya_May gifted a tier 1 sub to Slytherin Targaryen. They have given 51 gift subs in the channel.
Wait, what was that? That's Anya May gifting a sub to Slytherin. I was looking in the wrong place. Well, thank you so much, Anya May.
Like I know what the JPEG is. I just want a picture of a
God dang hot dog.
God
Where the heck's my hot dog hoodie?
dog. God dang hot
Oh, it's in the
dog.
living room. I've been wearing it like every day.
Dang hot dog. I just want a picture of a. I just want a picture of a. Dang hot dog. I look like I know what the JPEG is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Thank you for the 100 bits. Was that? Oh, okay. That wasn't kicking off a hype train, but it was close. For some reason, Ariel's gifting didn't get Slytherin. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know if it pulls from a random list of people who've been on stream recently, but I don't know. Well, in any case, thank you for that gifted sub for Slytherin. That's greatly appreciated. Anyway, I'm falling behind here. Let me scroll back up. Watch out, don't get between her and her loved ones. Indeed. Listen, when I was a bad teen, I shoved her and she shoved me right on my ass. I never did that again. I realized then how badass she was. If she meets my stubborn grandma, we'll both be yes-mamming our way into the afterlife. Mom was the original person to back my writing back when I was 10 times more self-conscious than I am now. I remember running to her every evening to brag about the views and stuff I had on FFN. To this day, never stopped and haven't really released stuff in a while. Kind of feel like Mom there.
Underscore got drafted by Hurricane underscore Badger. Hurricane underscore Badger gifted a tier 1 sub to M. Kelly underscore.
HB dropping a sub for M. Kelly and kicking off that hype train. Thank you so much, HB. First, I would be like, yeah, more or less Fates, you got it. For some reason, Ariel's getting... All right. Mom told me that she burned all of her journals from when she was born until 5 years ago. Wow. That's something like... I think only once in my life I've ever, like, scorched earth something I've written. And in the years since, I've thought back and been like... Because it was all digital. It wasn't like a notebook. It was like digital files. It's like, I wish I had kept it. Even though it was never going to be used. But just as reference to go back and investigate it. Just to, see how things have changed and whatnot. But I can also, flip side of the coin, I can understand why writers would do that. Just to, especially if you get stuck and you really can't see a way out, that is very much a way to start over. I would never scorched earth on purpose. Anything I've created, even my really, really bad art, it's still mine. Oh yeah, that's how I feel now. She's vaguely told me so many things, including everything I could ever know about my bio day. Okay, I'm caught up. All right, but yes, Dad. But yes, and in my mind's eye, where I immediately go when I think of my mom's writing is this kid's book that she wrote when we were kids called The Purple Room, which is also fittingly appropriate because it's a book about grief and processing loss from the perspective of a kid and in a way that kids can understand. And it's one that is the first on my list to being put out. Yes, I love this book. All my writing is digital, even though most of it, in my opinion, is kind of garbage. It's great to see how far you've come or even find ideas you like more after the fact. Yeah, absolutely. I actually, even just a couple days ago, I had that same sort of thing. I connected up one of my really old hard drives in hope that I could dig into an old production folder that I had on an old desktop. I was hoping that maybe I had copied, because a couple of years ago, the last time I tried to access that original drive, I couldn't. And I've been thinking for years, like, that some of that old, like, music production from 16, 17 years ago was, what of it I had put online was all that I had. But turns out I had copied most of that folder to another more different ancient hard drive. And I found that folder. And
Whoa. CP Geek's mom just shared 100 bits.
Seema, thank you so much for the 100 bits. You still have writings that your mom left? Yeah, I have.
Whoa. Onigirium just shared 100 bits.
There's. Well, you can't really see, but there's a tote here that is the counterweight to my on wheels t-shirt hanging rack. And that's just
Whoa.
full of notebooks
L'Oreal
and
just shared
all these other
100
pieces of
bits.
writing that my mom did. Oh, thank you for the 100 bits, Onigirium. Thank you, Ariel, for another 100 bits. 87% of a hype train, 20 seconds to go. I am so glad you have them. She wrote this book for a school assignment when she went to CCV. It's colored with pastels our dad bought her to support her in taking an art class.
Monage Group got drafted by Ariel VRC. Ariel VRC gifted a tier 1 sub to Marnage Group.
Ariel gifted another sub. Pushing us into level 2 of this hype train. Thank you so much. I cannot pronounce that name, but they got to give it to Marnage. Trashly got it, so more power to Trashly. Well, I don't know what a JPEG is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. I remember Mom reading this to me over 10 years ago when I lived in the Johnson State College apartments. Did Mom's old house book ever go through, or was it in limbo? I never heard anything about it, sadly. She was so proud of it. It's supposedly... I think it's either around here somewhere or it's gone. I don't know. Or there's a digital copy kicking around. Because it was she was very insistent on on having the book with the picture of the house on it. Last time I dug through this, I don't think I had it. So I'm not sure. But anyway, again, I'm getting off track still. But thinking back, but yes, this right here, the purple room, is what exists in my mind when I think of my mom's writing, first and foremost. She had a couple of these kids' books that she wrote and illustrated, and we used to like reading them as kids. And this is the one that I want to just have a proper version published. You know, it's short. It's very short. It's very small. So, you know, I may try to beef it out, put a little more in it, or because it's again, you'll see, we're going to read through it. It's really not long. But then another thought I've had with this is adapting it to like a 45-minute kids play, and having it be the kids show for a Coryworks season. I'm sure Michael would be down for that. So adapting the story, adding a little more to it, turning it into a script, and then as we like to do, all the kids that come see the kids shows, we like to have copies of whatever story we're doing. So when we did the Jungle Book, they got books that were of the Jungle Book, and et cetera, et cetera. It'd be cool to be able to give them out copies of the Purple Room. So, Buds!
Incoming. BMD Bud is rating my stream with 35 views.
Buds! Welcome in! Welcome in, everybody!
Stinson 666 just re-enlisted for 18 months.
T. Danson, thank you for the 18 months. You're currently on a 1-year streak. Welcome in, T. Danson. Welcome in, Raiders.
Ariel just shared 100 bits.
Wow, we're having a night here. So, my name's Eric the Red. If you don't know, I'm a variety streamer. We're really going in variety tonight because this is tonight is the 3-year anniversary of my mom passing away. So, So we're just we're talking, we're reminiscing, we're talking about family stories, and my mom was a writer, and we're gonna be reading one of her stories, which in my mind is like a quintessential mom book that she wrote. So, choo choo, let's get to level 3. Thank you, Ariel. So, but thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for the raid in. Anyone who's not following BMD Bud, amazing streamer, amazing human being, incredibly entertaining content. Go give him a follow. 100,000% if you're not already. I'm pretty sure most of us are already, but if you're not, go and do it. Go and do it. But it's nice to see you all. Welcome on in. Nice to see you. And despite the admittedly heaviness of today and what today represents, I think we're keeping it light, and it's very nice and heartwarming, and I don't feel yeah. I feel happiness, I feel joy, I don't necessarily feel sadness. So hype choo choo. Loves to you too, Mayor Bear. Now it looks like we're kicking it at 50% level 2. That's okay. That is absolutely okay. I was not expecting any hype trains tonight.
Trenton _ Quarantino got drafted by Ariel VRC. Ariel VRC.
Ah, it was too late. That's okay.
Trenton _ Quarantino.
It's okay. I appreciate everyone who gave bits, everybody who donated subs. It means a lot. It really does. It really does. Thank you so much. Despite knowing of the Purple Room, my first thought of her writing wasn't even something I read. I remember the phantom that was the silk print collage that went with me and Mom across New England over a decade. Yep, that collage. Mom's riding the death train. You're riding the hype train. Choo choo. Yep, and that's figuring out how to publish that is a big task. That's why I'm leading with a couple of smaller pieces first. But figuring out how to roll that saga out, and just the whole, like, from the editorial standpoint, like, stuff's gonna have to be, at least in some way, shape, and form, adapted and crafted into cohesive pieces, because so much of it, like, she had a couple of side plots and standalone stories, but, like, the main story is huge. It's just this huge, massive thing. So I'm trying to relearn how my mom taught me to crochet. If any of us can adapt the Purple Room, you can. Well, thank you. So, and one thing I also want to do is I want to do an STS episode for the Purple Room, but I want to really go whole hog into it, and I want to bring in, like, an outside digital artist who can kind of, use what Mom created graphically, but sort of bring it to life a little bit. Not like animate it, but like pull things out of the background, and so stuff can move and just have a bit of humanity to it, I guess, rather than just like blamp static image, blamp static image. Just stuff being able to move, like characters maybe being able to blink and smile, and like little stuff like it. I'm sure for a lot of digital animators, that's not a big it's not a big ask. It's just a matter of the time and the wherewithal to find someone, hire someone, production meetings, and making it happen. And getting it narrated and all this other stuff. But I remember Mom going for hours in Stowe telling me her story for Silk Prince. I sometimes feel like I get that when telling others. Oh yeah. The head canon for Silk Prince was so huge, and a lot of our trips back and forth between Connecticut and Vermont, like, there's so many of those were spent like reading through what she had written, talking about what she had written, discussing characters and all this other stuff. Like we all very much had a finger in that pie in helping flush a lot of it out. I totally get you. I bet Charlie would do it if we asked him to. He used to make animation vids for Newgrounds. Oh, cool. That's good to know. Some little flash style anime. Yeah, kind of like that. An outside artist would be cool. Yeah, yeah. So I figure we can just read through it. We might as well do it now. So since we're all here and we're settled in before we get off on another tangent. So this is the Purple Room, and it's an autobiographical piece that my mom wrote about her growing up and her relationship with her grandmother. What would your mom think of durian? She would probably like. Why? I mean, she'd be supportive of my desire to perform for my audience, but she'd probably be like, nasty. It's nasty. She'd probably be willing to smell it. She wouldn't try it. She likes peanut butter crackers with raw onions, so who's to say? That's fair. All right. So, The Purple Room by Carrie Baker Hill, which I'll probably have that changed to C. Lee Baker, since that's the name she was going by with all of her writings in the, right up until she was going by C. Lee Baker, so we'll change that. We'll write that down for the animator. The Purple Room by C. Lee Baker. I'm going to pause that music because it's distracting. My grandmother's name was Christy Bell. I always called her Grammy. And, something like this, if she was blinking and you could see her smile and everything. It doesn't have to be complicated, but it'd be nice. Oh. Grammy always smelled like a mixture of roses, baby powder, and homemade donuts. Grammy was delicious. Whenever I went to her house, Grammy treated me like everyone else. She would give me a cup with rosebuds on it filled with coffee. I would add milk from the can on the table and lots of sugar from the sugar bowl with the hinged lid and shell-shaped spoon. Then I would sit and drink every drop, even though it really tasted pretty yucky. Grammy always had cookies and donuts to wash down the coffee. I like the peanut butter cookie that you designed with the fork. Grammy painted pictures. One day she came to our house and painted our name and a pretty picture on our mailbox. She wore a hat with an umbrella on top. Grammy had the neatest stuff. I would bet the coffee was Taster's Choice. Oh, I'm sure. When I was 9 years old, I became sick and had to go to the hospital, which is a true story. Most of this is a true story. What am I saying? Grammy told me that if I got better and got to go home, there would be a surprise waiting for me. So I tried to get better really fast. When I got home, I found a picture that she had painted called The Purple Room. Other people had asked for the painting, but Grammy said she wanted to keep it. But there it was, on my bed with a note that said, "I love you, Grammy." I was so happy I almost cried. My sister said that I was dumb, but I know that she was just jealous because she had wanted the painting of the Purple Room. And I remember as kids we always used to like Which of her sisters is that? I'm pretty sure that's just based on the hair color. We know which sister it's supposed to be. I grew up and Grammy grew old. She became very sick. The doctor told us that she was going to die. I went to Grammy's home to help take care of her. I learned how to give shots so some of her pain would go away. One day, Grammy died. I felt happy and sad at the same time. I felt sad because I missed her, but happy that she didn't hurt anymore. I still love Grammy, and I think of her every day. Somehow, I feel she's still with me. In my heart, I can hear her say, "I love you, kid." I know that it is true because she gave me the painting of the Purple Room. And I still have it today. So that's the story as my mom wrote it. That's the Purple Room. Unfortunately, the original painting has been lost to history through various moves and everything, and even at the end of things, my mom wasn't quite sure where it could have ended up. So, but she would give Grammy morphine shots for her cancer pain. She would be nervous and then give her a shot. Grammy would look over and say, "Oh, thank you. You did a great job. I love this so much." But so, unfortunately, while the painting itself is lost, we do have my mom's interpretation. You know, art begat art. This, like, I don't know what you call it when you do an interpretation of another. I don't know. I'm sure there's an art term for it, but something I did a few years ago actually is, well, actually, I will show you. Hold on. Where are my ears? I need my ears. Again, since the get out of there, you dolt. Where I sit is right above a heat register, and the wheels of my chair like to go into the vents. But so what I did is I took my mom's drawing of the Purple Room, and I had some canvas prints made for me and my siblings, so that even though the original is gone, we each have our own copy of the Purple Room. And I you know, I'd like the colored pencil, like the marker look to it and everything, and I think it's I think it's neat. I have the canvas you gave me, a mom's drawing of this on my bedroom wall. It's one of my favorite pieces of art. I have it up beside the caboose canvas, the canvas family portraits of Onigirium's wedding, and other family pics that I have framed. This one lives right by my bedside. Yeah, it's just a neat little way to, yeah, nice little bit of remembrance. But in going back through it, you know, you can, because like on the cover, like the pastel swirly everything, like it's such a neat abstract whatnot that she did for the cover. And what I'd like to do is have it like have that sort of follow through all these, because then you go to these other pages and you know, especially some of the, I don't know, I feel like having that sort of thing, that sort of color theme going through the whole thing would be really neat. But like, you know, keep all of the handwriting and everything like that. Just I don't know. I'm sure it all makes sense. I'm sure you all see what I'm saying. And then like something like this, like for Grammy to be animated. Stuff like that. Not gonna lie, the art in this book is 100 times better than I could accomplish. It's nostalgic, but I'd rather stick to possibly writing a memoir for our family history in the future. People may leave us, but what they leave behind will be here forever in one form or another. Absolutely, Fates, absolutely. She did the pastels as a way to illustrate how her Grammy brought color into the world through her imagination. That's awesome. And then again to add, because again, what's it, 12 pages to just, you know, make it a little more substantial, have like stuff like that. So perhaps have all of us write a little bit about it and how, you know, in our what the purple room means to us and all this other stuff. Just, you know, just a little more for it. Do I have the alphabet book too? I do. I have her kids' books separate from the other books. I haven't scanned the other ones in yet. But again, Purple Room was my test. And the scans turned out good. So they're like super high DPI. So even though it was 12 pages, it took a while. The alphabet one is cute and silly. Yeah, and I remember that we liked that one because she wrote us into it with our own interests, and the character Eric was a computer whiz. which I was, and I guess I still am. Hacker man. That's nice. Like it's simple, but it's not, and it's very had her own visual style with it. And how a lot of it, and again, I know some of it is just like, you know, oh, just freehand drawing and everything, but it adds to that, like, you know, how a child sees the world, like how big the bed seems, and how there's more room at the end where you're actually sleeping, and I don't know. It's like the level of sass on Aunt relative's face. The self-portraits of herself look just like she did. Mm-hmm. I'm hearing "Yo, Linda." It was just as hell, "Yo, Linda" at that part. Oh, I forgot about "Yo, Linda." Well, I tell you what, when I get that one scanned in, we'll do another little stream like this, and we'll read through it. All waif-like with big eyes and fair hair. Oh, I didn't exist yet. At least she gave me my poem, and even though it always makes me uncomfortable at the time, as it might to all baby stories and all that, sometimes situations you fear at the time are the ones you look back on most fondly. Yeah, absolutely. Feelings are weird and uncomfortable sometimes, but, you know, we hold on to them. She had Nini's new naughty shoes. Yes. Oh, man. Dude, I wrote that. I know. I remember it. I was at Nini's once with Mom, and Mom was trying to describe it to Nini. Of course, Nini didn't get it. And Mom's just like, I'm doing a terrible job of explaining to this, but it's, you have to believe me when I tell you it was so funny and so smart. Especially for someone of her age at the time to have written it. Yeah, please. If you remember it, rewrite it. It was so good. I only wrote it because she was jealous that I wrote the book Grandma's New Bathing Suit. For me, as sisters, we found so much later in life, realizing who we meant to each other. Strange as it sounds, kids, your mom and I took our own sissy vows. No, I've heard about that. It was the night before. It was the night before her last wedding. Anyway, the thing that I think of most when I think of her is how she shared her light, good spirit, and sunshine with everyone she met. Joy was second nature to her. Didn't matter how bad she was feeling. Not sure people will understand, but I need to. Oh no, that absolutely makes sense, and it's 1,000% true there. Yeah, like the shoulder length. Yeah, it's the character design is so spot on. I wrote the book about Grandma getting a new two-piece swimsuit that was evil. I remember some of the drawings too, yeah. I just remember when we would read this, sometimes we'd be like, look at that, that's Melissa. And she'd be like, no, it's me. We're like, no, look, it's Melissa. And I always remember thinking like how thick the coffee looks, like it was a cup of gravy. I always loved Grammy in the umbrella hat. Mm-hmm. That's just such a great image. Like another like, if and when this is published, what would be kind of fun is to have this specifically just cropped into a sticker, and we just put a sticker in each book. So I don't know. This seems like it should be on a sticker. I love that. Mom was the epitome of selflessness, even at the cost of herself. Ain't that the truth? The only time I can remember her being anything close to selfish was because of someone else, not herself. She's still an icon for me on a moral level, at least. Didn't Nini also used to have a mural in the dining room that Grammy? She did, yeah. It was on that middle wall between the dining room and the kitchen. But then somebody pointed out that one of the bush a bush looked like a dead rooster. So she painted over the dead rooster and then just painted over the whole thing and then took that wall down. So I never liked the fact that she got, just got rid of it, but whatever. I was always mad about the coffee. Why did she have to drink it when it tasted so bad? The donuts I was on board with. You get the donut and the cookie and the peanut butter cookie as well. I think it's funny, like the sugar bowl with the flapping lid. I have a salt bowl with a flapping lid. It's not the same thing, but I don't know. Don't mess with the breakfast nook, as they call it. Two kids sledding were in red and blue. The one in red was Chris, and the one in blue was me. Oh, Nini painted that mural? Oh, okay, then she got rid of her own painting then. So I guess Nini is as good as artist as Great Grammy was. She just preferred writing to art. I remember Mom making us donuts in Johnson. Donuts is also one of the things that that Nini made really well. She just rarely ever made them. Like, sweet stuff, desserts, like, fancy stuff like that, Nini could do, and it was great. It's just, you know, everything else. She preferred green bean casserole of death. I remember Mom making us donuts in Connecticut that were raw. I was so sad. Not the casserole. Oh man. Yeah. But the donuts. Nini's donuts were good. Not really related, but like, I still like to. I found myself watching a lot of like super budget recipe YouTubers, even though like I don't need to know this stuff anymore. I can go to the store and buy what I want for food, but I still like to watch some of this stuff, and a lot of it's kind of like, while I'm watching it, I'm like, I wish this existed when we were growing up. Especially like the channel Dollar Tree Dinners. And then like some of the recipes that will come up, or like in some of the meal plans, they'll move the camera and you'll see a box of Jiffy Mix, and I'll be like, no, the fucking Jiffy muffins, keep them the fuck away. Oh, hold on. It's not letting me move that chat feed. Somebody's leaving. Turtle soup. No. Mom and peanut butter. I remember that relationship being complicated over time with many ups and downs, but she could never leave it be. I still can't eat green beans because of that casserole. I won't eat green bean casserole. That was like one of the only times in my life I was ever like, well, because again, it was never a food we really grew up with either. So it was weird. And of course, one of the first times I ever eat it, I get horribly sick. So yeah, people can keep the green beans. Okay, Anya's leaving. Okay, fam, need to head out. Love you. So many hugs to you all. Good night, Anya. Hugs, hearts, loves. Thank you for popping in. Thanks for sharing your story and, well, not your story, but your anecdotes, but just for sharing your heart with us. It's very nice. Your moment, yes. But have a great night. Hopefully you're able to get some sleep, because I know you haven't slept very well either. So hopefully you get some good sleep tonight. I am hoping for the same. Put can of X and can of X and then can of X. American cooking. Yup. Home cooking. 2 cans of this, a box of this. Into a margarine greased pan. And then crumbled saltines, or if you're bougie, fried onions on top. something block of cream cheese. I saw chip beef in the store last week and it brought back memories. I always, well, it's weird because like, because there's, at least in my perspective, in my memory, there's 2 tiers of like the chip beef. There's the people who are like, oh, we're so poor we had to eat cream chip beef. But then there's like, we were so poor that we knew we were doing a little better than normal when it was chip beef. and not hamburger gravy, because it's basically the same thing. And when we could have the actual chipped beef, that was a more rare thing, because yeah, hamburger gravy was more the, I don't know, at least that's how I'm remembering it. I love cooking. I think I learned to cook as well as I do, because Mom, bless her, was a horrible. Yeah, she tried, but I'm in that same boat. Like, the perspective of like eating at home and eating at Grandma Hill's is like, there's a huge difference here. And I think that's part of why I got so into cooking, like in my tweens and everything. You know, watching the cooking shows and then being like, I can do this and I can eat it and it'll be good. Yeah, it took me a while to get to that point, but yeah, I mean, she tried. She made do with what she had, you know, considering the quality of food that she grew up with. But yeah, it makes some of the resources that are out there today, the Dollar Tree dinners and some of these other like super frugal content creators, like, they're so incredibly helpful for millions of people. Just, and so much of it, like, I mean, I can still go into a store and stretch a budget if I need to. But just the fact that I'm at a point in my life where, like, even today after work, I went to the store, whipped through, grabbed a few things, in the bag, card, out the door, not even looking at what the total was, not keeping that running tally in my head. It's taken a long time to get to that point. Not, you know, walking into the store, chest tightens, the anxiety, and you're like, okay, it's a war. We got a budget, we got to stick to it, we got to stretch it, we got to make it work. Just, this is what I want. Because I was driving home and I'm like, kind of think I want Indian food tonight, but the Indian restaurant in town closed. I've seen commercials for like pre-made Indian sauces and stuff that you mix with rice and other things. I'll try one of those. So that's what I did. I went to the store, I got that and the stuff to go with it. It's fucking terrible, by the way. Fucking terrible. Did not scratch that itch. It just tasted like bad tomato sauce. It was gross. So the jarred tikka masala sauces and stuff, go, if you want to go to a fucking restaurant, yeah, or learn how to make it. But I digress. Just the being able to do that was like the dream as a kid. And I remember on food stamp day, on good months, Mom would give us each $5 worth of food stamps so we could get something, we could get snacks for us. And yeah. Back when food stamps were actual paper. Hey, don't back talk my Jiffy muffins. They make it flatter every day. But it's only because I'm trying to split one mix in 12 cups. Oh, I mean, yeah, they're valid. I get it. I know. I understand. I just, those, you know, when we were in Virginia, like when we had our food stamps stolen twice and we had no money and everything we ate was just the fucking Jiffy muffins with a handful of chocolate chips in it. And it was just like, oh, that was so bad. Or when we lived in Middlebury and they got rid of their hot lunch program, so we just got the trash soup they walked around every day for the poor kids, and then whatever we could be sent to school with, and it was just, ugh. Food trauma is real. Food trauma is real. It really is, and it sticks with you. It sticks with you. Don't complain. Eat your 2D muffins. Those tasty, tasty canned blueberries. They sure are blue. They weren't even blue. To this day, I'm terrified of not knowing what is in Thanksgiving food. That pink marshmallow mush. Oh, ambrosia. Ugh. No, thank you. I remember Mom never let me live that one down either. Yes, please, good sleeps. I will never make you eat anything weird, promise. I make normal foods for Thanksgiving. See, I love chip beef. I do too. I do. And all its variants, hamburger gravy or just or sausage gravy over biscuits, even though that's more a southern thing, but it's still delicious. I absolutely trust you there. I meant specifically Thanksgiving and New level. Made correctly, it's delicious, especially with boiled potatoes and corn muffins. OMG, having to learn how to cook was real. Yeah. I was bullied from my roommate because I didn't know how to make real rice. How should I know it's not like minute rice? Yeah, that was something that took me way longer than it should have too. Was like just growing up only ever having minute rice and how absolutely different it is making real rice, and then how like real rice actually tastes like something. That was like the day I realized that was because I never understood, like, I liked, like I would eat rice, but I never understood like why people would like choose it out of other starches to eat, because it didn't taste like anything. Well, that's because minute rice doesn't taste like anything. Or store brand minute rice especially doesn't taste like anything. So that was like a world of rice. I can literally cook almost anything now just watching someone cook it once. Yeah, autism, but I do not take that for granted. If people can turn ramen, which costs 50 cents in a store, into a $90 meal, anything is possible. Hell yeah! Bougie ramen? That's the way to go. Even just cracking an egg in it. Mmm. Yeah, healing that scarcity trauma. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I eat mom foods like my modified tuna pea wiggle, which is just canned peas with a can of tuna and some butter, salt, and pepper. Sometimes I'll get to the end of the day and I'm like, I think I need to make super rice. Because it's just, there's no texture and it's just like salt and mush. But sometimes that salt and mush just slaps. But that being said, there's other things that, like, well, I mentioned the Jiffy muffins, or like when we were in Connecticut and so many of our meals were just like crock pot affairs with rice, frozen broccoli, and hamburger patties all just mixed together in it because that was all we could afford. Like, while I will say I will regularly make things in that vein, I'll make it with texture and flavor. But no, I'm more apt to, like, old, nostalgia cravings is 9 times out of 10 it's like a Grandma Hill thing. I'll want Grandma Hill's potato salad or Italian dressing grilled chicken like Dad would make. And I still cannot get garlic spaghetti right. And I even a couple months before Dad died, I even, like, one day when I went to his house, I was like, I gotta ask you, all right, I cannot make garlic spaghetti right. What the hell am I doing wrong? And he was just like, well, I don't know, what are you doing? So I'm like, so I went through the process. I was like, oh yeah, that's what I do. Like, but it never tastes like it does when you make it. He's like, oh, well, when I make it, it never tastes the same. Every time it tastes different. So that was kind of like a, okay. So there was no secrets to be gleaned there, unfortunately, if we were all wondering. Mom could never eat French toast. Yep. Even so, knowing I liked it, she would make it for us too. Gestures like that in hindsight still mean the world to me, even if she wasn't the best cook. I'm a machine cooker. If I doesn't have instructions, something's going to come out green or black. Well, that's the beauty with cooking as opposed to baking. The beauty of cooking is it's literally an art. It's you're taking your ingredients as if they're paint and you're throwing them together. If you take a couple of things that you like, put them together, you can make something else that you're probably going to like. And there's a lot of creativity there. But yeah, I understand. There is apprehension there. And when, back in my tween days when I was watching cooking shows and everything, I'd be like, oh, this all has to be exact. And then it's something that comes with experience as well. The more you do it, the more you learn you can color outside the lines. And then you get to the point where you're like, okay, there are lines. I'm going to make what I want. So it's fun. It's edible art. But baking is chemistry. That's science. And you really can't stray too far when you're baking. But when you're cooking, My cats love when I make tuna pea wiggle because they get to lick the can. Oh, and speaking of French toast, I learned in the last 6 months, apparently, you're supposed to either use stale bread or toast it before you batter and cook it. Is that something people were supposed to know? I mean, maybe that's just a mom thing, and they just only, white bread out of the bag into the custard into the pan. Apparently, it's a million times better if you either use stale bread or you toast it first. So, I haven't tested it out, but maybe I'll have to do that for science, just to see if there's a difference. Because I do have a thing of bourbon barrel maple syrup in the fridge, so maybe I'll have to try that out. I've got some really decent vegetarian Indian food in the pouch. It's just 2 minutes. But is it's like everything together, like the whole thing, or is it just the sauce and then you add it to other things? Because what I got was it was just the sauce and then you add it to the other things. The other things were fine. It was the sauce that was shit. But yeah, if it's everything in a pouch and it's good, let me know what it is, because I came around to Indian food very, very late in life, 2 years ago, when there was an Indian place here in town, which is no longer there. And that was really my first exposure to Indian food. And I'm like, this is amazing! Mom couldn't eat it because Nini used to never cook it through. It was raw in the middle. Oh. I like a runny egg, but in that form, the snotty, no thanks. Trash soup. Salt water with a chunk of hamburger and a noodle the size of your thumb. Yup. Trash soup with overcooked macaroni and fatty hunks of hamburger. Oh, God. So terrible. I knew someone did it wrong. I never remembered it being Nini who did it. I thought that it was one of her... No, if it's food related and it was wrong, we pretty much know where it comes from. No shade on chipped beef. It's a texture thing. That's fair. And also, Mom never cooked the flour enough for the gravy. It also took me a long time to know that you're supposed to cook the flour when you do a pan gravy like that. You're supposed to cook the raw edge off of the flour. That took me way too long to learn as well. Because I was always like, I'm not big on those because they taste pasty. It's like, it's because you didn't cook it. You didn't cook it. You didn't toast your grain. You didn't cook it in the pan first before you put the liquid in. Piece of deep lore. Dad used to freak out at Mom. I can hear that in my head. What's for slop? Yep. When we only had hamburger gravy because his lazy ass wouldn't go get a job after he got fired from IBM. And then years later, he told me he missed Mom's hamburger gravy. That was his favorite food. Yeah, what's for slop? And then you would, and on more than one instance, probably more often than not, he would just, I'm not going to eat that. Get up, go to Grandma's house and eat dinner there instead. By himself. Nope, it was Nini. Nini also used to make the trick raw eggs to force him to throw. That's terrible. That's absolutely atrocious. So gross and awful. OMG Super Rice. See, I can handle mush texture if it's predictable. Yeah. I made macaroni. I keep thinking of, that'll pop up in my head, but then I'll be like, that's all it is, right? Because it's been so long that I forgot what goes into it. Is it literally just macaroni, hard-boiled eggs, and milk? Is there what else is in it? Or is that it? I forgot about macaroni, eggs, and milk. It was good with al dente pasta and whole milk. I miss her potato salad so much. I still make it when I can, when I have the motivation to do that much grating, because that's the big trick. Is the potatoes, the vegetables, everything goes through the box grater, and then just more Dijon mustard than you think you actually need, and then either celery salt or celery seed. If you use celery seed, it can be it has a bit of that like coleslaw funkiness to it. So the celery salt and marjoram, believe it or not. You can get by with like a blended Italian seasoning, which is what Grandma used, but specifically what it is about that it's the combination of the Grey Poupon, the marjoram, and celery salt. It's really those three things that set off Grandma Hill's potato salad. The only thing I think I can truly make from scratch is still kind of trash. It's microwave scrambled eggs. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Eat stovetop eggs and you can never go back. It makes it suck horribly when now you want to make good eggs but don't know how to do it right. I may or may not have exploded egg across the kitchen by accident twice. No potato salad ever holds up. Are you playing the game tonight? Yeah, we're gonna wrap things up here relatively soon. 'Cause I'm freaking exhausted. We're gonna play a couple of rounds of Ms. Pac-Man. But yes, we are gonna do that. I have no idea how far behind in chat I am right now, but yeah, we're gonna play a little Ms. Pac-Man in memory. In memory. Dude, I made slapping garlic spaghetti. Sometimes I've even made it with just garlic powder, and it was great.
I guess I'm not going home.
Not going home? Why aren't you going home? Are you stuck at work? Just takes practice. One of the first times I tried making scrambled eggs on the stove, I set them on fire. Well, just one little trick for you, Fates, for eggs on the stove. Use, like, medium-low heat. Because if the heat is low, you can just keep stirring it and stirring it and stirring it until it's done. When you can cook them hot and fast, but you got to be ready to go, and you got to be ready to take them out of the pot before they're done. And that's the other thing is if they look done in the pot, they're going to be overdone on the plate. So when they still look a little gummy or a little snotty around the edges, believe me, take them out of the pan then, because there's carryover heat is going to continue to cook them while they sit on the plate. And then by the time you sit down and you're ready to eat, the eggs will be done. But yeah, low and slow. That's how Gordon Ramsay does it. He yells at us with a shitload of butter, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Just, medium low heat, keep them stirring. It's really all you got to do. But that's also in culinary school. That's one of the first things they do is they teach you how to cook eggs. Because once you can cook eggs, you can cook anything. I may have set a pot holder on fire, turning on the wrong burner. I've done that before. Heck, I did that 2 weeks ago, I think. And a plate, like a reusable plastic plate. I set it on the wrong side of the stove. Turned away for a second. Was like, oh crap! Turned around and some of it had melted. But I have a glass top stove, so was able to get the plastic off it at least. At least it wasn't like when you accidentally melt plastic on like an exposed element, and that you never get that out. You never heard that about French toast until now? Okay, good. Curry is really easy and versatile thing to learn to make, and you can make really good curry that isn't even spicy. Yeah, I've been going down the Indian and Middle Eastern spice route in the last 6 months or so. Not like all the time, but like trying out all those different exotic to white people seasonings, because it's a flavorful adventure. You don't have to use stale bread, just let it soak in the egg until it's heavy. That's the secret. Well, the thing with toasting the bread first is so that it retains a bit of structure once it's cooked. At least that's That's what I've heard. Again, I haven't tried it, but I'll try it and let you all know. Happy to keep watering you at the moment. Oh man, still not feeling good? That sucks, man. I cook it for long with a lid to keep it from getting soggy. Poor CB Geek. The Indian food pouches are everything in there, just ready to heat. Okay, cool. Oh, and there's a link for it. I'm gonna take a peek at that right now. Okay, I don't recognize that package, but I will keep an eye out for it. All right. Well, I think my store carries some of these. But again, you'd think like just getting sauce and then putting your own food in it might be better, but this experience was not. So I will try these out. Thank you for sharing, Waddy. Sorry about that terrible link. Oh, no worries. You need to get the spice hang. It's called asafoetida to make Indian/Middle Eastern food taste right. I've not heard of that. It's like celery salt on steroids. Okay. I hate celery, but celery salt is amazing. It also wasn't until like I think the last 5 years or so that I finally realized the taste of celery. It's kind of garlicky. I was never able to place it, and then one day I think I was just eating raw celery for the sake of crunchy water, and I was like, oh, it kind of tastes like the stink of garlic. That's why it's an aromatic. I smell onions. Salt and pepper too. Well, of course, S&P. And macaroni, eggs, and milk. Okay. So, macaroni, eggs, milk, salt, and pepper. I will try that at some point because I've thought about to just for purely nostalgic reasons. I probably won't like it at this point in my life because like the texture of hard-boiled egg white, that's a tough one for me. But yes, the peas. Celery seed is a necessary ingredient for Grandma's hot dog relish, which is family famous. Bear, but you need to sleep. Supposed to leave at 10. No one's here. Oh, okay. And you, dang. Called your RA. Apparently she's been out sick with COVID this week, but she's on the schedule for tonight. Told me to call the on-call number I did. They're going to reach out to people and get back to me. Oh, and yeah, and it's not, you don't work a job where you can just leave when you're done, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Mayor Bear. Well, we're crossing our fingers and toes for you that you're able to get home. Didn't Grandma's potato salad also have pickles? Either pickles or a little relish. I found, I like to keep dill relish in the fridge because I prefer it for making tartar sauce and stuff. But like, there's a spoonful of relish. We'll hit that mark. But yeah, pickles work as well. And you want to put some of the pickle juice in if you're going that route, just for that briny acidicness. Because that's you should put vinegar in potato salad, but if you're using pickle brine, there you go. It's vinegar with more flavor. No, I didn't even know those seasonings Eric mentioned. All I've used is Italian seasoning, salt, and pepper. Yeah, because Italian seasoning has marjoram in it, but that's like it's of the seasonings that are in Italian seasoning. It's the marjoram. Like that's the magic bullet. I got a Chinese food container to char around the wire. Oh, I know what you're saying. Never put pickles in it myself, but I'd eat that. So yeah, and sometimes I'll get a little creative with, instead of pickles, I'll do green olives, like with the pimentos, cut those up and put it in. Just a little tweak on it. It's a fun base to play with. If you want to try a really good curry, get the Masaman curry at Fodang in Winooski. It's the platonic ideal of curry. Okay, I will absolutely check that out. I haven't been to Fodang in a long time. Those little tiny pickles, I remember chopping them to help once. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Grandma would, she would usually have sweet pickles and sweet relish around. I didn't like it, but yeah. Little gherkins. I was never big on sweet pickles. Still am not. Still am not. I'm a dilly boy, I guess. I remember what Mom called Patrick noodles. She never told me the ingredients to keep it secret, but my best guess to my current knowledge would be egg noodles, Alfredo sauce, and Swedish meatballs. I may try to see if I can recreate it and revive it if it wasn't known by others, even if it's not as good as my memory provides a lost. Well, that's the thing. Like, again, with cooking being creativity that you can eat, play around with it, like reverse engineer it. Make it, see what's missing, then tweak it for next time, and eventually you'll figure it out. You will. Okay, fam, got to get lunch going. Okay, well, thank you for popping in. Thanks for sharing in the memories with us. Hearts, hugs, and loves. We're gonna, yes, as soon as I'm caught up here, we're gonna play Little Ms. Pac-Man. Oh, God, it's 10:40 already. Yeah, and then we'll play a couple rounds of Ms. Pac-Man, and yeah, it's later than I want it to be. So we may even. No, we'll marb. We have to. Yeah, have a happy lunch. It's so nice to know that all of us are here today, which is really nice, especially when I don't see or hear from everyone here often. Seeing everyone here okay makes another year feel less empty. I don't know if that. Oh no, it is. It is nice. And I know it would make Mom happy. Hi from Russia. Hello, first time chat. Perdez. Nice to see you. We're kind of just sharing nostalgic stories of growing up and everything. Your face is a fun bass to play with. I like to play bass despite being terrible. Goodbye from Japan. Ha 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 ha. Think you might still do Marbs at some time? Yeah, I think we're gonna. Yeah, I'm not very good at Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man. So I'm gonna play a couple rounds of that, and then we're gonna Marb. And I think I'm here at the bottom. Oh no! What did they say? Apparently they got banhammered. Well, Waddy wielding the banhammer. Well, I appreciate that, even though I didn't get to see what it was. We love you, Fates. We do love you, Fates. Is that Little Ms. Sunshine, Ms. Pac-Man? No? We can do a truncated Mars if you want like a 3-race GP instead. Wasn't okay. No worries. All right. I mean, again, sometimes when it's like the, do you want to buy followers? Well, sometimes I like to make a bit out of those, but usually a mod banhammers them before I can even make a bit. So I didn't know if it was something like that or if it was something else. So, all right. And I think that means I'm caught up. Woo! All right, Ms. Pac-Man time. Oh, don't open up there. Do you or a loved one suffer from the ill effects of scammers coming into chat and posting rude or inappropriate or Ms. Pac-Man sounding things? Then you are a prime candidate for the banhammer. That's right, the banhammer. Take it to the nuts of anyone that comes in being rude or mean or nasty, and you will never see them again. Well, you might, but they might learn a lesson. They won't, but it's fun. Wield that banhammer. That's right, banhammer. 1-900-BANHAMMER, and it can be yours for the low, low price of only 4 easy payments of 27. Been a minute since we did that. Well, I think since the last time someone did that, it absolutely crashed and burned. So, but that's okay. All right, let's see what we can do here. That's as big as it wants to get, huh? Well, we're not. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna. We're just gonna do the thing. KU Taion. This game supports an autosave feature. Please do not quit the game while the save icon is displayed. I think you were joking, but that voice could actually work. Pindo's slur Russian is a derogatory nickname for a citizen or inhabitant of the United States. Oh, yeah, well, today I learned. Which episode is a JPEG hot dog? Which episode of King of the Hill? Like, is that bit? It's the one where Hank gets accused of blowing up the car dealership, who tricked him into buying a car at sticker price and not a penny more for years and years. All right. Oh, no. Fuck off. No. Out of my way! I'm a motorist.
Did something crawl in here?
Yes!
Whoa! You disgusting kid! You disgusting, flatulating kid! Whoa! I just got a new paint job, too!
So long, losers! Whoo! I must be channeling Mom's Ms. Pac-Man spirit. Ah, man! Oh! I had him! Pretzel! I gave in to deliciousness. The pretzel wagon way. Ah, damn it, I pressed the wrong button. Damn you, pretzel wagon. Well, that was probably the best game of Ms. Pac-Man I've ever had in my life. And look at that. Look at the score. 1, 2, 3. That's what today is. You know what? Oh, wait. No. 1, 2, 3, 9, 0. Or is that what you have to get for a... I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? That was Ms. Pac-Man. All right. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to play some Marbs. No! Took my eye off the prize. Oh. No, you dick! Whew. Oh, I thought I could get there in time. Whew. Oh, so close. All right. Well, that's a little Miss Pac-Man for Mama. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's just see what I missed in chat here while I was wrapped up in the Pac-Man. I don't remember the last... Oh, yeah, I read that. God, you've been having a good few days, too. Netflix is making a Bioshock series. Yeah, they announced today that Netflix has picked up the rights to WWE Raw. So that's interesting. I've been doing really well, too. I'm finally in a good place with my meds, and I'm feeling confident with my job and getting exercise on my breaks, walking with my coworker. Life is pretty good. This has been the best winter I've had since 2011. The first one since I moved back. I haven't wanted to do Redacted because of sad. That is good. I don't remember if I was at the Greer's building or somewhere else, but I remember when I did play Pac-Man, Blinky's, who I think is the name of the Red Ghost, always got me. As a kid, Red video game character AI hated me for some reason. Here's my fave werewolf smut so far, in case anyone's interested. Okay, well, Waddy, thanks for sharing. I didn't open my pain water tonight. All right, well, I haven't seen this in cans. I've had it, but I haven't seen it in cans before. So I picked up strawberry watermelon polar, which is funny because Mom developed a strawberry allergy. And watermelon scented things we weren't allowed to have as kids because they gave her migraines. So doesn't mean I can't have it. Sláinte, everybody. Raise one up. Glad you're all here. Just a freebie for chat. Excuse me. Hooray for modern medicine, and honestly, treating ADHD as an adult has literally turned my life around 100%. Worth the struggle to get a formal diagnosis. Crisp. You just tried the boysenberry polar seltzers. Delicious. That is a good one, yeah. Now, there was interesting winter flavors this year. I'll share that toast with my Price Chopper brand cranberry lime. Clinky drinky. You know, this one's better in the can. Wasn't big on it in the bottle. That's got a lot of flavor to it. Well, flavor as far as the seltzer goes. It's like Starburst. Unexplainably juicy. All right, we're going to play some Marbs here. You know what? I know I said we were going to end or whatever. We're here. Calling all Marb Stars! Time to play a little Marbles on Stream. That's right, calling all Marb Stars for some Marbles on Stream. I got a wind for the night right now, so you know what? We're good to roll. Exclamation point, vote! And any number you're choosing between 1 and 2747. Yes, Marbs! Agreed, I wish I'd been diagnosed so much sooner. Feel like I would have improved more in life. The games I had as a kid, Pikmin, Smash Melee, and Thousand Year Door all had red characters that screwed with me. I remember before moving to Amherst thinking I hated the color red. ADHD meds are a godsend, I feel that. Legit, I'm on Vyvanse and I'm able to actually concentrate and my social anxiety is totally gone now. It also stopped me snacking so much, so win. I hope to find meds I'd like someday. I didn't like the 2 they had me try. Exclamation point, vote, food and beverages stay on the insides. Hey, do we have... Both Fates and Ariel voted for 1026. Aww. All right, we got number 5, 27, 1881. We need one more vote. 1026, 27, 5, 1881. Wait, where are we missing? We're missing 27, 5, 1881. 1286. Oh, Slytherin. Oh, Slytherin didn't put vote in. So that's okay. I'll put it in manually. So 1286 for Slytherin. 1286. I can read. 1286. All right, exclamation point play. Let's get those marbs on the board. I demand that you get better immediately. Let's see if that works. Everyone in my house is sick with similar symptoms. Ugh. Yeah, Rickshaw Tom was sick like 4 or 5 days or so. And fortunately, despite being in the same house, I don't think whatever it was he had, I got. So that's good. But I'm doing my best to, like, I don't know, keep my distance and he'll live. I always do my best to grant your reasonable requests. Exclamation point play! Let's get those marbs on the board. I'm also really thankful that I got put on stuff for ADHD, Strattera, and anxiety, Zoloft. Been a blessing. I'm hoping my next doctor can get me new meds that help, but even without that, I'm doing nicely. My goal of being more socially active with friends and family is already off the ground running, and it's not even February. Heck yeah! All you need is a job and to continue chugging to keep it up. That's the way to go, buddy. Reach out and grab it. I've been operating under the mindset of 2024 just being a good year in general across the board. Yes, we are glad those are working for you, HB. I'm shocked I didn't get con cred this time. Oh, wow, lucky, considering you partied hard Sunday, especially since one of my roommates got sick. Oof. I was feeling great, but I had some soup now. I have an upset stomach. Boo, sour stomach is the worst. Bubble guts. Reach out and grab it. That's awful advice. Is that how Pee Wee are? Aw, man. Everybody's stomach be normal and happy, please. All right, let's do roll call here and see. Boo Earns. Were you saying boo or Boo Earns? I was saying Boo Earns. Maybe it's because I ate a ridiculous amount of salad at work today, like 3 servings. Did you go to Olive Garden? I like eating a lot of salad. I don't think I've ever gotten to a point where it's made me sick, but, like, I don't know. It's satisfying. It's salads-fying. All right, we have myself, Waddy, Phoenix, CB Geek, Mare Bear, Fates, Slytherin, Black Holes, HB, and Ariel. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board. Exclamation point play. Do we have a Seamaw lurking out there? Now, Tuesdays, I think, are hit or miss sometimes.
Calling all Marb stars. Bring your Marbs to the service desk and plop them on down. It's time to roll. Calling all Marb stars. Bring your Marbs to the service desk. Paging Seamaw. Time for Marbs. Paging Seamaw. Time for Marbs. Thank you for shopping at Ames.
I I'm hoping for a mode of transportation in the near future so I can go places of my own accord that I can't otherwise, but one step at a time. Seeing Melissa here was enough for me for quite a while. I like seeing people, even text, to know they're all right. Absolutely. I tried, don't know what's up with her. Okay, that's fine. Lol, no, I made a huge bag of salad by cutting up all the veggies and chicken on Sunday and putting them in baggies and bringing them for work to assemble into one gigantor salad. Or 4 smaller ones. Oh, cool. You know, I think I've never been someone who could really, like, food prep well. But I think if I just prepped salads, I think that would be something I could stick with. Just anything like normal food and meal wise, I just get too sick of, like, immediately. But a salad, I could probably, I don't know, maybe we'll see. I like veggies. Might be worth a try. I recommend Oscorp's Goblin Hoverboard. Salads are the easiest big prep. Ames haven't been in one in almost 20 years. I mean, I think there's still some, you know, empty storefronts with Ames signs out there somewhere, but they've been gone for that long. All right, we're going to get rolling here because, again, it's getting late. 11:06 now, and I was supposed to be going to bed. But we're going to marb because that's what we do. Although I like to air fry broccoli and Brussels sprouts and fish fillets. I could eat that every day and not get sick of it. Yeah, I don't think there's any amount of broccoli or Brussels sprouts that I could have that would make me sick of them. I'd pretty much always have frozen broccoli, Brussels sprouts, frozen corn on hand. Just when my life gets busy, I have a hard time keeping produce because of how I basically, like, June through October, don't even really eat at home. I'm basically home long enough to sleep and maybe unwind for an hour. HB off the board! Slytherin off the board! Yeetsa pizza! Oh, Fates is stuck way back there. Alright, where is everybody? We have multiple lanes of travel here. Where the heck are we going? What the heck's going on? I think Mare Bear's leading the charge, but there's a ton of family jewels in here. Oh, Ariel smashing on through into first place. Here comes Phoenix, though. All right, we got a very, very slow Anivis curler here, which will push us into even more family jewels. Holy moly. Can I at least have pepperoni? You can have any toppings you like. Especially seasoned with paprika, cayenne, long pepper, and a bit of seasoned salt. My goal for this month was reconnect with my family, and that worked out almost immediately, so the rest of this month was just icing. Nice! My goal for next month is to go to the Sunday magic groups, get some writing done, writing shown to people, and maybe publish online if I want to overachieve. Yeah, that's also a good goal. And look for a job that I hope works for me. Quick, yeet me! I ate a buttload of Brussels sprouts right before I knew I got a norovirus from Mom and Onigiri. Oh, no. Yes, you may, Slytherin. Beep. Oh, now it looks like it's me and Phoenix duking it out. Your boy slightly in first place. Hashtag not hacking, hashtag not rigged. Going into the spinneroony here. Oh, Phoenix getting tossed around the other way. CB Geek moving up into second. Oh, here comes Mare Bear, though, making it a race. Oh, Black Hole's Ariel yeets a pizza as well. Black Hole's getting that coveted 8th. Your boy getting the W. Hashtag not hacking. Hashtag not rigged. CB Geek in second. Phoenix locking in 3rd. Here comes Waddy for 4th, which is half of 8. Just waiting on Mare Bear and Fates, but Fates is stuck at the beginning, just waiting for the flames of oblivion at this point. Black Hole's out there! Hacks rigged. Apparently Ames is making a comeback with brick and mortars opening in... I saw something floating around social media saying as much, but I thought I saw that it was, like, fact-checked as not being true. I don't know. Might be a curious bit of nostalgia, but I don't know. We'll see. Congrats on your corn eating, though. I can now eat any kind of corn. I stand corn. Oh, that's awesome. All right, moving on to the next race. Exclamation point play. Sparkly lollygagging portals. I love the name of this already. I dedicate my fourth to Fates. Now that's sportsmanship. But the Brussels sprouts have to be perfect for me to be able to try them these days. Yeah, I can hear that. I can understand and appreciate that. What I love, but it's such a pain in the ass. Get fresh Brussels sprouts, have them, deep fry them, and then just throw on a little popcorn salt, which is just really fine salt. It's so good. It's almost like kale chips, but they're like little balls of like kale chip texture. It's so good. But it's such a pain in the ass to deep fry something in general. They're good roasted too as well. But like just something about just the fucking deep fryer. You know, I can't get behind kale chips. That's fair. Oh, there's a website. Okay. All right, well, you're the retail man, Phoenix. I'll take your word for it. Apparently, it's a thing. They're like eating paper. Yeah, I can see that. It's like it does almost have like a, dare I say, celluloid-esque texture to them. Air fry frozen Brussels sprouts for 10 minutes. Perfection. What I like to do. Yay, Mare Bear! Go, Mare Bear! Home!
Someone just came in to relieve me. I'm out of here.
I love kale chips. They remind me of eating seaweed. I can see that too. I didn't like kale chips, but then when I had them from air fryer, I couldn't get enough of them. But I also did eat paper as a kid, so... I remember so many times I was sick as fuck, and the only thing that really got me through was Mom being there with me. I didn't think I've been sick like that since then. Even when I got COVID, I remember pneumonia in elementary school, whooping cough. I remember that. I remember when you got whooping cough. And the recent one I still didn't know and still. Toss the roasted bacon bits with a drizzle of EVOO. An interesting way that I like to do if I have frozen Brussels sprouts. So if you have like, what are they called? Broiler pan, you know, the pan, and it has the separate part that's the lid. You put the meat on, you put it under the broiler to cook. Take that, but in that section inside the broiler pan, dump your Brussels sprouts in there, put the lid on, put your meat on. It works especially well with like bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. And then put that in the oven, roast it like you normally would, and then all the fat and seasoning and everything from the chicken thighs will drip down into the Brussels sprouts. And yeah, by the time the chicken thighs are done, the Brussels sprouts should be nice and crispy, and them being in there will make it so that chicken thighs on top, you can really cook the hell out of them, and they won't necessarily dry. I don't know. It works. If you have a broiler pan, give it a try sometime. All right, 9 marbs on the board. We got Ariel, HB, Slytherin, myself, Fates, Black Holes, Waddy, CB Geek, and Phoenix. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board. Exclamation point play. That's one hard thing of getting older in general, being sick without a mom taking care of you. Yep. Seaweed. I do like seaweed. There's this rolled seaweed snack that's so tasty, and they have different flavors. Dang, that sounds dank AF. I'm feeling incredibly selfish right now, so block me. Ooh, do the chicken thigh thing with potatoes in a pressure cooker. That sounds good, too. Sounds like I just broke up with his cardiologist. Absolutely not looking forward to it if I ever got a bug that makes me not retain food. I've hated that forever. Mom was the only soother I had. Well, you adapt. Where humans are anything if not adaptable. So, I mean, it sucks. It sucks. When I was dealing with my appendix crap earlier this year, to have to go through getting surgery and all that, like, on my own. I mean, people helped. Rickshaw Tom was a big help. But still, just, to go through something like that without your mom is, the first time is like, it's tough. It's tough. But I made it. I mean, if the appendix had their way, I wouldn't have. So. But they got the inside bits out just in time. Oh my God, I love cooking in a pressure cooker. Roommate makes some of the best soups and stews. Another thing I've thought about food-wise for a long time. All right, we're going to do one last roll call, and then I'll tell you what food I've been thinking about. We got Ariel, Mare Bear, HB, Slytherin, Phoenix, CB Geek, Waddy, Black Holes, Fates, and myself. Let's get it rolling. My oldest friend came to visit me today and considers me to not only be his eldest friend. I've been told by many people to try seaweed, but to me it was so salty, which seems wrong since I'm a salt and meat guy. It's a very rich, but also very crispy. It's quite unique. I enjoy it. It took me a while to get to the point. But it's tasty. But what I've been thinking about is Grandma Hill's pressure cooked meatloaf, or as we used to call it, turd loaf, because she would make meatloafs, cook them in the pressure cooker, and they would look like turds. Big old turds. Pressure cooked with potatoes and carrots. And the pressure cooked carrots would, like, everything would kind of have an orange sheen to it as well. So it'd be like orange turds. Looked atrocious. Tasted so good. I don't know what the heck we're doing here. We're falling in a hole. Turd loaf. It was so soft and nice. Yeah, a lot of meatloafs are just like, they're dense and they're dry, and you kind of need to like slather them with gravy or ketchup or something just to be able to eat them. But that pressure cooked turd loaf was just, oh, so good. You didn't need to put anything on it. You didn't need to. It was, that in and of itself may be enough motivation I need to just buy myself a pressure cooker. It's one of the few things I don't have. Oh, Fates eats a pizza. Oh, Waddy yeetsa-ing into ninth. If you had waited for one more yeet, you would have gotten it. Ooh. She also used to make some weird cabbage dish with purple cabbage in the Instant Pot, but dang, my roommate makes some kind of Polish stew that reminds me of that dish, and it's so good. Huh. Interesting. All right. Photo finish here. Isn't that the finish? What the heck? It says finish. Oh, you gotta go. Oh, it's like football. Huck it, chuck it, football. Mare Bear with the W. Black Hole second, Slytherin third. CB Geek fourth, Ariel fifth. Mare Bear gets to go home and got the W. Oh god, that sounds horrible. I'm okay. Mare Bear with the W, Black Hole second, Slytherin third, CB Geek fourth, Ariel fifth, HB sixth, Phoenix seventh, Waddy in ninth, and Fates in 10th. Eats a pizza. Silly Colorful Academy, exclamation point play. Eric, how dare. Yay, celebrate. I'm going to spam your Facebook account with songs that sound vaguely like what I've heard tonight on your account. Okay. Go for it. Most of the background music you've been hearing comes from a former band out of New Mexico called Solar. They don't exist anymore. It was one of those radio station bands from back in college. They weren't signed to a major label, so they're in my my royalty-free jams streaming playlist thing because they don't hit a content match.
Pleasures at all.
Oh, I suppose I should get back in the game here too. All right, we got 9 Mars. We're missing one person. It's cabbage, sauerkraut, Polish sausage, potatoes, and carrots seasoned with paprika primarily. Huh. I like those ingredients. I'm not big on Polish sausage. Never have been. Like Polish sausage, kielbasa, I've never really been big on it. Don't know why. But in that combination of things, yeah, I would absolutely try it. I like Italian sausage, but I don't know. Polish sausage, it's just, I don't know. It's a different texture and a different flavor profile. I don't know. I mean, Italian sausage is just more like a hot dog. So maybe that's why I like it. I like hot dogs. Seema! Welcome, Seema. Nice to see ya. I wasn't either, but in the Instant Pot with these ingredients, it's heavenly. Well, yeah, I would absolutely try it. Oh, Seema had to drive home in yet more snow. Boo! Well, I'm glad you made it. Since February's kind of booked for me, I may have some time this year. I may make learning to legit cook a goal for me. My wallet will thank me in the long run, but so long as it's stuff I like eating, it'll be worth it. Yeah. And another thing to just give you inspiration is find some cooking channels on YouTube and just start checking them out. It's amazing what you learn just passively, even if they're making stuff that you would never make, just like observing the process of cooking it. Because once you know the technique, you just apply it to different things. Well, just a couple off the top of my head for you to check out. I mentioned Dollar Tree dinners before. She does really simple stuff with really simple ingredients. But it's also really accessible and really cheap. But she focuses on variety. And shopping within a budget. So, Dollar Tree dinners, and she doesn't exclusively do Dollar Tree stuff. That's just the name of the channel. The Wolf Pit does a lot of entertaining, but also like has budget meal series and does a lot of like stick to your ribs, like like grandma used to make sort of stuff. For fancier, more creative stuff, I like Food Wishes. But yeah, there's tons of stuff. All right, 11 Marbs. Rickshaw Tom is on the board now. All right, we got Fate, Seema, myself, Rickshaw Tom, Waddy, CB Geek, HB, Phoenix, Mare Bear, Black Holes, and Ariel. Boop, 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 ba, 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 boop, boop, ba, 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 boop, 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 ba, 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 boop, boop, ba, 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 boop, 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 ba, 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 boop, boop, ba, da, ba, 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 da, boop. This is race number 3. This is race number 3 out of 5. You can still take the big prize, Rickshaw Tom. Exclamation point, fuck! I can't count.
I'm representing for them gangsters
All across the world.
Still hitting them corners in them low-lows, girl. Still taking my time to perfect the beat. And I still got love for the streets. Well, Dr. Haint is the name. I'm ahead of my game. Still with the beat, still not loving police. To rock my khakis with
all right, Fates with the opportune drop here. 2, 1, 3. Thanks for the Hankster rap, CB Geek. That was the longest call you've ever been to. Yeah, that was callbacks, wasn't it? That must have been a while. How'd it go? Sometimes I legit want to make from scratch some hamburger recipes. It's so much cheaper than burgers or sliders, similar to cordon bleu. It's cheap because it's not as easy. I want to make cordon bleu, but 45 minutes in the oven. I'm not here that long with energy. Yeah, and hamburger just Yeah, it's a great basic. You can turn it into so many things. It's great to have on hand. Mare Bear eats a pizza. I have a Bob's Burgers cookbook, and I'm sad I haven't made anything from it. Made the director laugh really hard when I read the holy hand grenade scene, like the Biggos Dickos scene from Life of Brian. Nice. All right, well, we got fingers crossed for you. HB eats a pizza, joining Fates at Felino's for a delicious slice. Seema leading the way, though, through that spinneroonie. Your boy second, Phoenix in third. Oh, Phoenix, though. I spoke too soon. Phoenix moving up to second. Oh, your boy stumbling. Phoenix second, Waddy third, CB Geek in fourth. Still a ways to go, though. Still a ways to go. Seema, though, holding on, getting through Ann Iva's curler without so much as breaking a sweat. Waddy now up into second. Has been close to an eighth, but hasn't gotten it. Hasn't gotten a W either. Seema, though, holding on for one more day. Waddy not giving up, though, making it a race. Oh, and Seema stumbles, but makes it through the spinneroonie, holding on. Oh, here comes Fates with a head full of steam, moving into first place. But it was fleeting. Seema back into first place here. Now Fates and Waddy duking it out for second. Now Waddy into first place. Oh, we got two curlers here. But Seema holding on. Man, Seema's got all 9 lives here. But we're closing in on the finish here. Can Seema hold on? It has to get through one more of Ann Iva's curlers, and then it's in the bag. Oh, Ann Iva wasn't having it. Kicking Seema back. Oh, but a little do-si-do. And Seema locks it in. Your boy just wasn't fast enough. Locking in second.
I'm so happy because I'm a gummy bear, gummy bear. Fucking motherfucker.
All right, Fate's got third. Phoenix in fourth. Waddy fifth. CB Geek in sixth. You have to cook it slow or it'll get burned, come out raw at the same time, and so dry. I prefer to do that kind of thing with a Wi-Fi meat thermometer so you don't have to keep checking it. It's my greatest secret to doing kick-ass ribeye. Yeah, never underestimate the power of even just a basic kitchen thermometer. They're so useful. Once you know your temperatures, yeah. I went straight to audition from Ninja. The dance portion made me sweat so much more than Ninja. I've done something today to commemorate Mom, but kind of sacrilegious to my taste buds. Got some Canada Dry. Left it down to room temp and got rid of the carbonation. Oh, warm flat ginger ale for Mom. Oh, well, I'll raise a seltzer to that. I thought about picking up a ginger ale. I'm like, no, I'd rather have a seltzer. Damn it, Tomp, how dare, I think. Currently drinking a Jack and Coke in honor of Carrie. All right, official results here. Seema first, your boy second, Fates third, Phoenix fourth, Waddy fifth, CB Geek sixth, Ariel seventh, Rickshaw Tom, how dare, in eighth, Black Holes ninth, HB 10th, and Mare Bear 11th, getting some delicious Yitza pizza. Moving on to race number 4 out of 5, the penultimate race, Free Star Amusement, exclamation point play. Mom loves seltzer too. I don't, so I did my closest to equal. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. She wouldn't want you to drink something you don't like. Well, I mean, not to say you like warm, flat ginger ale, but like, you know. I don't know, for so many years only having ginger ale in the house, like that just, I don't like ginger ale. Warm flat ginger ale is a whole vibe. And saltine crackers. Yep. Well, for us here in America, it's ginger ale when you're sick. In Ireland, it's warm flat 7-Up when you're sick. Which sounds horrible to me. Not Sprite. 7-Up. Has to be 7-Up. I did something similar when my childhood best friend's mom passed. Had a can of Budweiser in her honor after the funeral. Tasted horrible, but I did it. I hear ya. I hear ya. Why does it have to be warm and flat? 7-Up sounds horrible. It's too sweet. My issue with seltzer is it's too carbonated in proportion to flavor for me. A drink I can't really be around now is mug root beer. The thing is, I like how massively carbonated it is. I like it because it burns. It burns us. All right, we'll do roll call here. We got Waddy, CB Geek, Phoenix, myself, Ariel, Rickshaw Tom, Seema, Black Holes, Fates, and HB. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board. I think Mare Bear's driving home, so I don't think we've got a Mare Bear, and I think that's who we're missing. But we'll give a minute just in case. Oh, I had Diet Coke left. Oh, warm, mostly flat Diet Coke. Delicious. A nice warm flat DC like a gentleman. How you doing? Hill's belly wash. Yep, Diet Sprite. Grandpa Hill's belly wash. Recently bought the new formula Diet Sprite and didn't hate it. Doesn't compare to yeah. I still get a bit of the nostalgia out of it, but yeah, it's not quite the same. Oh, Mare Bear is here. Are you on the board? Oh, there you are. All right, so now we can roll. Exclamation point, try again. Choo choo. I find with a burn, if there's a kick to go with it. For a metaphor, I can't eat drink fire, but I can molten metal. All right, we got the big old swirly start here. World record on this course, 2 minutes, 32 seconds. This is going to be the first one out. Could be Ariel, could be CB Geek. It's Ariel, first one out. CB Geek, second one out. T1000 intensifies. Have you seen this boy? Ah! All right, we got some spearmint Twizzlers going on here. Doesn't that sound good? Mint flavored gelatin. So Ariel's race to lose at this point, going towards the paddle wheel of despair. Paddle wheel of sadness. Damn it! It's tumble dryer of despair. I always mix them up. We're years into this, and I keep mixing them up. Oh, Rickshaw Tom though, zooming on through, must be all warmed up from Ninja and dance auditions. But Ariel back into first place. Rickshaw Tom holding on. Trying to make it a race. Then we got a race back there for third between me and CB Geek. HB and Waddy duking it out for fourth, which is half of 8. Poor Americans in the 40s did all kinds of awful things with gelatin. Aspics. My coworker bought me a mint yerba mate recently because I expressed interest in it, and I loved it. It was everything I liked about iced tea with a buttload of caffeine. I don't think I've ever had a yerba mate drink. I'll try it at some point. I'm frickin' tired, but still hanging in till the end. Sooner or later, I'm gonna be hearing purple and smelling squares. But so long as it's for being here, I'm fine dealing with the side effects, falling asleep afterwards. Yeah, man, I've slept like crap the last couple nights. And I don't know, partially just, again, because of the drastic 30-plus degree swing in temperatures we've had, and then just, I guess, the weight of today, which, hasn't been at the forefront in my mind. It must have been mulling around in there somewhere. CB Geek, though, flying through those family jewels into first place. Hopefully I can get some sleep tonight. Is this the finish? And CB Geek with the W. Waddy second, Ariel third, Black Hole's fourth. No, Waddy second, Black Hole's third. Oh, we got a lot of Yitza Pizzas there. Oh, Fate's almost got it, but Yitza Pizza'd. Here comes Mare Bear. Can Mare Bear get the fourth? I don't understand this finish here. It's like it's the football thing. They're going through, but there's a... I don't know. Okay, here's Seema. Maybe Seema can get fourth. And then Phoenix is back there somewhere. Oh, but here comes the Flames of Oblivion. Can Phoenix make it? Seema eats a pizza. Phoenix denied as well, but CB Geek with the W. Finally, one of the pact has gotten an eighth. Give your balls a tug, Shorzy. Tossing a grenade in just for fun. I'm going to take the time to or have an edible before I pass out. My new bed has been awesome, so cozy once I pulled the other mattress off from underneath so I don't sink all the way to hell, train spotting style. I know exactly what that is.
Giant horse cock weighs over 11 pounds.
The fucking what?
All right, CB Geek first, Waddy second, Black Holes third, Phoenix fourth, Seema fifth, Mare Bear sixth, Fate seventh, Ariel in eighth, Rickshaw Tom ninth, your boy 10th, HB and 11th. Last race, smooth, crazy mix, exclamation point, play. Welcome to my rainbow of chaos. The upstairs heat apparently died, and the people I live with have been trying to fix it. It's 50 degrees here in my nice dark carpeted basement, just the way I like my writing cavern. Oof, well, I hope they're able to get the heat fixed. All right, last call to anybody that wants in, exclamation point, play. We got 11 of us on the board. I think that's what we had. We'll do roll call, figure it out, and then we'll get rolling. What the heck? This is... Oh, who's driving this flying umbrella? Guess we'll find out. All right, we got Mare Bear, Ariel, CB Geek, Fates, HB, Rickshaw Tom, Black Holes, Waddy, Seema, myself, and Phoenix. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board. Exclamation point, play. I'm seeing new names here. I would die. I would die. I bought a Dyson fan with heat function because I can't stand getting cold now that my Renaud's has gotten so bad. Yay, aging. Yeah, I don't mind the cold. I still sleep better cold than I do hot, and that's what's been my problem. Is it's been too warm with the comforter, but just a little too cold with just the sheet, and finding that comfortable middle ground. Yay, fingies that get so numb they get white and icy and numb. Ugh. Do you need a muslin blanket? All right, well, let's get rolling here. Well, I've got a bunch of other blankets. I've got the what I have here, like texture-wise, weight-wise, all of it is perfect. It's just temperature-wise. It's fine the rest of the year. All right, this is a heck of a start here. 32, apparently. Where are we going? What's happening? I never get hot sweats anymore. I've been sleeping under a giant pizza blanket.
Maybe a pizza trophy.
You're probably white. Are these tumble dryers of despair? I think these are tumble dryers of despair. Can we... They are! They're tumble dryers of despair. They just don't want us to see the despair that's going on within. I bought a muslin 360 blanket from Muslin Comfort. I loved it so much I bought their bottom sheet and pillowcases too. I recently changed to jersey sheets, which is basically like they're made out of t-shirt fabric, and that was a game changer for me. So comfortable. And then I've got just I got this nice heavy comforter. And those two things together are basically perfect. I'm a furnace anyway. Always have been. So that's why I like to sleep in a cold room. All right, well, we got some mitochondria here we're going to have to contend with, perhaps. Oh, your boy's not going to have to contend with it. Going for some Yitza Pizza instead. HB saw the mitochondria, said nope, peaced out, joining me for some Yitza Pizza. All right, Mare Bear going to be the first one to navigate the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell, going right through the middle, which is pretty brave. But no, that looks like somewhere between a mitochondria and a burnt hot dog. Someone went camping and forgot what they were cooking. But CB Geek went round the outside, said, I don't need that mitochondria. I got my own power. And Waddy, though, eats a pizza into 8th. CB Geek getting the drop and the W. Waddy got her 8th. Here comes Fates for 2nd. It's just been the 3rd floor where everyone else lives. My basement is absolutely fine, but if my sleep schedule gets frucked up again, I'm going to be forced to go to how I like it, even if I start seeing Martians and tasting metal. Not blood. In addition to the muslin, I have a feather down duvet. That's what I... well, I have something similar. Babe with the power. What power? Power of voodoo. Who do you do? Do what? Mind me of the babe. All right, Phoenix in 3rd, Mare Bear 4th. Just waiting for Rickshaw Tom to close things out here. But here comes the Flames of Oblivion. Can Rickshaw Tom make it through? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I sleep in the cold since I naturally act like a hibernating bear in my sleep, and that is much easier to bundle and warm up than take stuff off and cool down. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I like a cool room and warm blankets. All right, results of the last race. CB Geek 1st, Fate 2nd, Phoenix 3rd, Mare Bear 4th, Rickshaw Tom 5th, Seema, Yitza Pizza into 6th, Black Hole 7th, Waddy got Waddy's 8th, HB 9th, your boy 10th, and Ariel in 11th. All right, let's head on over to Victory Valley, see who stands tall, stands proud, going home with all the gold, glory, and bragging rights. Whew.
Give to me your trophy.
Here the cheat, have a trophy.
Here the cheat, have another trophy.
Here the chart, have a trophy. 3 trophies for the chart.
Hey, Steve. The cheat, this is the greatest cartoon in the whole world. Have a trophy. What? I didn't say that. I mean, I don't think it deserves a trophy. I don't even think it deserves a pizza. Maybe a pizza trophy.
All right, in 3rd place, going home with LeBron's, we've got Fates! And in 2nd place, going home with Silver, Sexy Silver, is none other than... Hey, it's your boy! And in 1st place, going home with all the gold, all the glory, all the bragging rights, is none other than the most...
Excellent!
CB Geek, showing us how it's done despite being a sick boy. Hopefully that makes you feel a little bit better. 100, wow, that's massive. 158 points, 2 dubs. That's showing us how it's done. Your boy in second, 84-1. Fates third, 79-0. Black Holes in fourth, 68-0. Phoenix fifth, 67-0. Waddy in sixth, 50-0. Seamoss seventh, 47-1. Mare Bear, how dare, with the overall eighth, 35-1. Slytherin in ninth, 22-0. HB, Zimp and Zamp for 10th. Ariel, Zillow and Zallo for 11th. And Rickshaw Tom coming in for just the last three races there. Zimp and Zamp. Rounding things out there. One more round of applause for everybody. Because we are all excellent on this blessed day. All right. Well, unconventional stream, but it was an unconventional day. But I think this was the absolute best sort of day of remembrance and celebration of life and memory and family and all that other stuff that we could have had. So this has been fantastic. So thank you everybody for popping in, and yes, thank you for making this night suck a lot less, y'all. Absolutely. So hearts, hugs, and loves to everybody. It's never easy to lose a family member, let alone lose your mom. It doesn't get easy. It doesn't get, I guess you just get used to it over time, but if you still got your mom, then hug her extra tight, and let her know how much you love her. We've got Seema in here, so be good to your mama, CP Geek. Yes, everybody sleep well indeed. So sorry for your loss. Oh, thank you, Seema. Yep. Call your mom, y'all. Shouldn't hug me just now, but I appreciate it. It's that sort of hugs. But you're all wonderful. You're all fantastic. Thank you again for BMD Bud for the raid, the big raid, and all those who just stayed and hung out with us after the raid, just sort of lurked and enjoyed. You're wonderful. Thank you everybody for the hype train we had. We'll ring that bell on Friday. It's a little late on a weeknight, but we'll ring it on Friday double to signify that. I think we picked up a follower as well. I'm not committing tax fraud followed us. So thank you for the follow. I think you came in on the raid there. But thank you everybody who gave bits, everybody who gave subs, everyone who shared a story or an anecdote and just, vibed with us while we reminisced about mom stories and family stories and food stories and all this other stuff. It just goes to show that there's always been a lot of love for mom, and that hasn't changed. It's all still there, and being able to talk about it and joke about it and smile, it feels good. It feels good. So I hope everybody has a great night's sleep, has a great rest of your week. We'll be back on Friday to play more Golden Sun, which I am super stoked about. And otherwise, I will be in on people's streams and between now and then. So, rest well, everybody. Yes, indeed. Have a good night. Mare Bear got home safe. All right. Thank you for letting us know, Mare Bear. You get some rest too. So, much love to everybody. You're the best. You're the best. So, one last thing we got to do. So long and good night. So long and good night.
And butthole pleasures.
It's not about butthole pleasures at all.
Oh, you timed that perfectly. All right. It's not about the butthole pleasures. It's about having a good night. All right. You're all fantastic. For real. Love you all. Have a good night.